Labor Day is over, and my improvements on the wall. What wall, you ask? The wall I, your incredibly humble, flexible, and most fluid messenger, stand upon. That wall. And what were the improvements? My formerly straight wall is now a complete circle. And why is that, I hear you ask? Because I'm seeing a full-blown, multiple attack, in-depth, full-spectrum dominance warfare upon the people. So says Lieutenant Colonel Roy Potter, U.S. Army, retired. Let me sum that up for you civilians. The enemy is coming fast, hard, and from every direction. Precisely why my new wall is a circle. By all means, people, stick with me, 'cause I'm just getting started. On Tuesday, the 7th of September, 2021, or so they'd have us believe. Okay, I'm going to leave a link. I'm not even going to hardly recommend it to the majority of you. It's from the same guy yesterday, and I'm only going to recommend it to people who enjoy a good detective investigation, if you know what I'm saying. Same guy again. Now, I think we can all agree that most people can tell, even the bottom feeders, if a lawyer or a politician, and far too many politicians are lawyers, if they're lying. We can tell because their lips are moving. But how do you tell if the medical types, the scientific types, the priests parading around in their white lab coats, how do you tell as a layman if they're lying? Well, I'll tell you what, people, I never would have believed it till I watched this. By researching patents accepted, patents rejected, and violations of the Chemical Biological Warfare Acts. Amazing stuff. Yeah, they tripped themselves up. The Charlie Delta Charlie Corporation, who runs the Charlie Delta Charlie in Atlanta, holds a shitload of patents on the pokey pokes. Interesting stuff. So I'm not going to push this too hard on you, only if you're interested, people. So, I'm going to end up having two questions for you. If you watched the link video yesterday, and even if you haven't, enough watchmen, such as myself, have pointed out over the past few years that our masters want people dead. Quit arguing with me. It's that simple. It's that in your face. It's that effing obvious. Excuse me. They want to cull the herd of the useless, non-productive eaters. The Fed stated it in the 1980s. This stuff goes way back, people. In their publication, Keeping Our Money Healthy. Yep, they like healthy money compared to healthy people. Page 6, remember the quote? If there were fewer people bidding against each other. Hey, people, that's us, and they want fewer of us. The Georgia Guidestones. You don't know what I'm talking about? High time you do the Google and figure out what the Georgia Guidestones is all about. Advertises it. And in their own words, not mine, the hair-claw Schwabs, Bill Gates, and all the assholes he brings to the table, Ted Turner, Henry Kissinger, etc., this list is long, have been shouting from the rooftops that the powers to be want the Earth's population reduced by at least, at a minimum, 90%. Now, I think we all know who and what our inbred masters own and control. Question number 1, people. Do you take medical advice from these guys that are all over mainstream media? Do you really? And question number 2. Think about this one. Do you really believe you and yours are in the remaining 10%? Do you really believe you're in the 10%? Okay. It's becoming increasingly more difficult to shout my warnings from the wall. Info at various shades of darkness, don't you know? The situation on the ground in Kabul, Afghanistan, for example. What's really going on? It's shady at best, and the details are being censored severely. That's just an example. I told you to watch what's happening to the white farmers in South Africa, and that info has all but gone dark. Hard to find much out, even on Gulf Alpha Bravo. South Africa, now, will soon be the USA tomorrow. Don't doubt me on this, people. It's knocking on the shores as I speak. And what's happening down under in Australia, where everything is upside down at the bottom of the globe? The government is going apeshit with incredible lockdowns, forced pokey pokes, and quarantine camps. Here's a quote for you. We can fly or bus them to the facilities. People, don't get on the bus. I've told you that in the past. In the late 90s, Australia did a major gun buyback, confiscation, and the Aussies complied. Sucks to be them, I say. They're going to need to import some Palestinians to teach them how to throw rocks. Because when you surrender your firearms, it's about what you're left with. But that's South Africa. That's Australia. It can't happen here. Really, people? Did you forget about the Japanese American citizens that were rounded up and bussed to the internment camps in the Southwest during WW2? Did you forget about that? Oh, you hate that history, don't you? So anyway, I swung by Wally World Sunday, early morning. Food shelves looked pretty bad. The meat department was raped. And don't hand me the first of the month bullshit. I went on the 5th, and Walmart had plenty of time to restock with their just-in-time inventory control system. It's failing them. Cisco Food Distributors, America's largest, serving the school, bar, restaurant industries, can't fulfill 50% of their customers' orders. Now, how'd you like to run a restaurant, create a menu, and not know from week to week if the stuff, I'm all about stuff, that you got printed on your menu is going to be available to serve to your customers 7 days out? I'm glad I'm out of the business, people. A large number of container ships are sitting off the coast of LA, and China-owned, I said that correctly, China-owned Long Beach ports can't get unloaded. Why not? Well, come on. You're not enough people are getting pokey poke, and those that aren't are coming down with the dreaded Mona Corona. And even MSN, that's mainstream media, is covering the newest shortage. Do you know what it is? Been paying attention, people? Nurses. Nurses who are being fired for refusing the pokey poke. What do those nurses know that the bottom feeders don't? So let me repeat Colonel Potter's military assessment of where we, yes, we in America really are. A full-blown, multiple attack, in-depth, full-spectrum dominance warfare upon the people. Prepare, people. It ain't looking good. It's getting progressively worse, and it will not get better in spite of your power and magic of wishful thinking. China, Iran, and Russia, the list is growing, are repudiating the U.S. petrodollar, Kissinger's gift to the world back in 1973. What that means is very soon money will go full digital and exist only on your smartphone passport. Papers, comrade. We need to see your papers. The slips of paper you pass today will become worthless. So I strongly recommend you pass some of those now to people who still take them and get some stuff you need to survive. Stuff. Man, I'm all about stuff. Don't get on the bus, people. I've got stuff to do.